Welcome back, everyone, to another incredible episode of Chat with Dan here for today on the show. What can I say? We're having already the best Wednesday already because he's back. The incredible, the amazing, the badass, the superstar, the one and only, the legendary, and even incredible. Why not, Darrell? How are you today, man?
Doing great. Thank you so much for having me back on your amazing show.
Absolutely. What better way to have an incredible, super badass Wednesday than to be chatting again with someone as badass as you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
There you go. There you go. Now, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow. It helps a lot. But also in the description below, you're gonna find all of Daryl's social media. By this point, you should know why he's super badass. In case you're not, the good thing is that he raises the bar. So by this point, by the end of it, you'll probably be realizing like, okay, I now get why he's badass, right? And without further more, let's jump in. So in our previous episode, we spoke a little bit about your career, what motivates you, what drives you, how you stay in character, like all of that. But for today, it's a whole different conversation with incredible questions. That being said, I want to start with the first one, right? Which is
Yeah.
when when you're not acting, who do you feel you are at your core?
I feel like when I'm not acting, I am still Darrell Terrell. I feel like, when I'm not in front of the camera, I still am trying to learn to become a better inspiring actor. Plus, I'm a personal trainer by trade, so I'm helping other people develop themselves and become the best version for them as well.
Mm, fair enough. Fair enough. I'll take it. And has there ever been a moment when losing a role made you question your identity?
Absolutely. There's been times when, I may not have gotten the role or losing the role, as you mentioned, just made me feel like, what do I need to do to become better? Or maybe it wasn't that at all. Maybe it just wasn't for me. And when those times come, I feel like it's time that I have to continue developing myself as a person, as a aspiring actor. And when that time comes, I'm prepared, I'm ready, and it's for me.
How much of you lives in the characters you play?
Every script that I get, whether it's for class, whether it's for an actual part, I spend countless hours for and with that character. And so I become that character, whether it's after my wife and I go to dinner, whether it's after I come home from a training session. I am constantly developing that character no matter when it is until that time it is to go on set and begin filming.
Can stepping away from acting strengthen your connection to yourself?
Oh, absolutely. I feel like that should be something that we are all doing, because we're all trying to develop and get better. And when we're not on set, when we're not in front of the camera, we're trying, or we should be, getting and becoming the best version of ourselves. Whether that's reading a book, whether that is getting into an acting class and continuing to develop our skills, our craft. Those are the best ways I feel like that we really start to hone in. And when that time comes, we're ready.
Have you ever realized a personal truth about a role that you didn't get?
I don't really think it's good that just because we don't get a role that we feel like we're not a good actor. Just because we don't get a role doesn't that's maybe for various reasons. Making ourselves feel defeated isn't always good either. So continue to work, continue to grind, continue to develop and get better as a person, as an actor. And when that time comes, that is the time that we enjoy that moment and enjoy being in that space and moment. And even after that, we should continue developing ourself, our craft. That's the best way to be.
How do you separate your self worth from your career success?
That's a really good question. And it's probably very, very tough, to be honest, because we all feel like as long as we're doing good in the industry, we feel good. And when we're not, we feel a little less. But the truth is, just we should disassociate those two and carry on with our life, our family. and still being happy just because we have a good life and we have those that support us and developing ourselves as a person, as a character. And so it's really hard, to be honest. It's not always easy, but it's something that's necessary. We should not always live in the moment of being an actor. We should always live in the moment of loving and caring about ourselves no matter what.
Does the industry constant focus on image make it harder to find authenticity?
Authenticity comes from how you feel about yourself. It should not come from whether or not you get the best role on the planet. Just simply because what if you don't have that role? What if you don't get a role? Let's use this for an example. What if you don't get a role for a year or two? What do we do? Do we feel self defeated? Do we feel not worthy? Absolutely not. We should continue to get better. We should continue to value our family and love the space that we're in, and that's how we're happy. Being happy in our everyday life, not just being an actor, is what really helps us have a really good balance.
Mm, okay. And at the same time, tell me how you stay focused, or rather, yeah, focus or positive, right? When those situations are happening, you know that it's been 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, five, six, seven. You still haven't booked anything. You know, pressure still comes. You know, and especially right now in such a competitive world in which we have social media, right? We have all of those things that it just takes one small glance to read to see either your peers getting booked for another role, or perhaps someone who is just booking constantly. So my question here is how you manage to stay positive and not let yourself having like these toxic thoughts, right? Either that you feel jealous, right? That you have a little bit envy going on. Like how's that works for you?
For me personally, I always resort to praying. Feel like me praying and asking to not to develop those feelings, and not being jealous of my peers and those before me or those beside me is something that we all should get better at. It is hard. We all suffer from it. We all go through it, but it's not something we should do all the time. I don't feel like it's healthy. So for me, I just really focus on my business, focus on my clients, focus on having a great marriage and relationship with my wife, even though I may not be booking or being in front of the camera. Those are the important things because when you're married, when you have a wife, when you have children, when you have a business, those are the things that are outside of acting that are going constantly. And so enjoy the moment when you have it, but also be happy with what you do have and continue to carry on, continue to be happy. And when those moments do come, you get booked, then you can enjoy that too.
Have you ever discovered a hidden part of yourself in a non-acting pursuit?
Yeah, for sure. Maybe it's a particular role that's emotional, and it may bring up things from my past or things that I've gone through that's was really hard to deal with, and it becomes emotional, and revisiting that moment kind of brings a moment on set where I feel really authentic because I'm dealing with and thinking about that and bringing that to set and speaking to the other actor during that moment really brings that true authenticity to that moment. And hearing the producer, hearing the director really stoked about how that went. There's been many times I felt like that, many, many times. And I don't really resort to that all the time, but when I do, yeah, it really definitely brings something out of me.
Is there a risk of losing yourself when your career defines you too much?
Yeah, there is a risk because how do you come back from it? When all you do is think about acting and becoming a great actor and nothing else, you definitely risk losing yourself. And that can become a problem. What if you don't come back? Excuse me. What if you don't come back from yourself being defeated or damaged from those moments? We've seen different actors throughout time who've done that. Think of the Joker. He got so embellished in that character of the Joker that he ended up committing suicide. Those are different moments in time that we have to look at, I feel like, and really understand. Yes, it's always great to love the character, but it's also important to love ourselves even more so.
What does you look like beyond the credits, the awards, and the applause?
I am Darrell Terrell. I am the personal trainer. I am the husband. I am the father. I'm the brother. And those things are super valuable, important to me. And those things have been here the entire time before becoming inspiring actors. So I cherish those moments. I cherish those times with my family and sisters, and those will always be important. Those will always be things that I will always put first before acting and before being in front of the camera.
Let's not forget also badass, just saying. You know what I mean? Okay, okay. Now for our next section, speed round question, yes, no, or pass. Super simple. Gonna ask you 10 questions in which you can only answer yes, no, or maybe pass. You ready?
Let's go.
All right. So, first one. Can identity exist separately from career?
Yes,
Have you ever felt more of yourself offset than onset?
yes,
Would you take a break from acting to rediscover yourself?
absolutely.
Have you ever feared being forgotten when you're not working?
No,
Do you think actors sometimes hide behind roles?
yes,
Can playing too many similar roles blur your real identity?
absolutely.
Does success ever make it harder to be authentic?
Yes,
And would you rather be known for your craft than your image?
no.
Pretty cool. All right. And before wrapping up here, a couple of more questions. Tell me, if you could send a message to yourself at the start of your career about who you are beyond acting, what would it be?
I would tell myself to be patient, and I still tell myself to be patient every single day. It's so important to be patient, and I think for a lot of us, we're really impatient at heart. So, being patient is something that if you can master it, which is super hard though, but if you can master it, man, you can accomplish a lot of things in your personal life. And also, when it's time to be an actor, you can really be great then too. Just mastering ourselves is something that's so important because those that are around us on a daily basis really need that person. And those that are on set also need that person. But if you can master just being patient and preparing in those moments that you're in that waiting room, man, you'll appreciate those times that you get booked and you're on that set and you're around those like-minded individuals, and you'll really be able to enjoy that moment.
I mean, it's challenging, right? Especially these days, that
Oh,
we
for
already kind
sure.
of got used to this idea to get everything quickly. And not only that, but like in general, right? We already got used to get everything super, super fast and everything. And with these new generations, the word process, it's like a nightmare for them. So yeah, I can understand that you need to work on your patience, absolutely. And not only, not only if you're pursuing arts in general, but I think in life. So
Yeah. I remember when I got into this and I told my wife that I wanted to really dive into being an actor that I knew was not going to be easy. I knew it was going to be challenging, but that is me as a person. I want to do the hard things. I feel like when you do challenging things, it builds great character. And that character is being developed over time in days and months and seconds, and you continue to get better during those moments. But as soon as you stop, you will never really get to really see where you go and what you become during that time. So keep being you, keep getting better, keep being patient, and keep knowing that your time will come and you will be able to live the absolute best life you've ever had.
Now, what do you hope people remember about you that has nothing to do with acting?
That I'm kind, that I'm encouraging, that I want to see people win. I'm not jealous of them, that we're all going to meet at the same space and time at some point in time. Everyone will not get there at the same time, but at some time.
Preach. Okay. Okay. I'll take it. And you know what? My last question, right? So we can all enjoy and relax here. Yeah, I think you know this question coming, but let's find out. What do you
Okay.
think that could be the best title for this episode?
The best title for this episode would be Patience, Rivals, All Things Over Time.
Boom. Gonna drop the mic. Basically, you're killing it. So. Mm. I mean, at the end, the fact that you are keep doing this, the fact that you are keep pursuing it, making it happen, and also that, but also helping the community, helping your friends, family, whoever who is in need here, to being a good person. The fact that, as you were saying, that you want to be remembered as kind, and like all of that, that is super cool. I think it's people like you in this world who are showing us that hope's still possible, and that if you're persistent and have the patience to it, you're gonna be able to make whatever you want. And hey, that is a super positive message, especially right now in this crazy day and era that we currently are living in. The fact that we want to kill each other, there's so much hate around, like all of that. But the fact that we can rely on people like you, it's fresh, it's cool. And as I said, it sends us something positive into this madness we're currently facing in. So that's pretty cool.
And I want to tell you, Dan, thank you so much for having me on again. And I just want you to also know that I appreciate all your hard work with every single person that you bring on your podcast. It's amazing to see how many people you get to connect with and all the stories you get to hear and that we get to hear. So I just want to tell you that I appreciate your work and appreciate everything that you do and those that come on this show.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Means a lot. Thank you. Now, I do want to thank also those who stayed the whole episode. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And as I said here, by the end of it, you should know why Darrell is super badass. Let's follow him. Let's share some love. Let's make him viral as well. Hashtag Team Darrell. And again, man, thank you for making this happen. Keep shining out there. Have an incredible rest of the week. Keep kicking ass, and I'll definitely be seeing you in the next one.
Looking forward to it.
All right.